First thing you'll want to do to make these 10 whiplash step back combos work is make sure you do at least one step back and hit a shot. That'll make every single one of these moves twice as effective and better chance you'll break some ankles. First combo is the easiest. Simply go from that step back and immediately go into a drive. Simple way to keep defenders honest and blow by them. Big thing you want to pay attention to is as you're coming from that step back, you want to quickly scissors your legs and then push off that back leg hard. What'll end up happening is as the defender's trying to close the gap on you so you can't get that shot off, you'll be able to use that momentum to your advantage by blowing by them in the exact opposite direction that they're moving. But from there, we'll add some extra secret sauce to all these other combos to give your defender something unexpected. And the next of those is the hesitation into a drive. So pretty similar to the last one. Big thing you'll want to do is make sure you get that offhand next to the basketball, get your eyes to the rim, and try to get your feet pretty much looking like they're about to get squared. You don't have to necessarily plant them though. A lot of times this one will literally get your defender jumping in the air towards you. Before we get into the next move, if you want a way to take them all next level, grab the free workout that I'll pin to the top comment for you. Next move, we're gonna go from that hesitation, but this time into a crossover. So for this one, the hesitation is gonna be a little bit quicker, and this is mainly in place for when your defender closes out and you don't have the angle to get past them on the side that has the basketball. So they're actually giving you an advantage when they do that, and all you have to do is cross the ball over. As soon as you get that back leg on the ground, push off that back leg hard, snap that wrist, and use your shoulder to swing the ball across. Next combo, we're gonna go into the dig dribble. I'll have a couple other combos for you to go into from this in this video, but at the end of the video, I'll give you a whole video with dig dribble combos. You can add those to the end of this. Basically, the dig dribble is almost like a forward roll dribble, but I like to call it the dig dribble because when I tell people forward roll, they usually kind of roll the ball in air and carry it, and it's a slow dribble. You want to think about like you're digging the ball into the ground like you have a shovel. That'll help you put some force into the dribble so it's quicker, and it'll get the dribble nice and low where defenders can't get their hands on it. And that's the main reason you'd want to use the dig dribble instead of the regular drive dribble, and it'll help you cover more ground on that first dribble forward. Next is the dig dribble into the between the legs stiff leg. Great one for sending defenders flying. And from there, you could easily get shots off a lot of times because defenders are almost always going to go flying, or you can drive from there. Big thing is whichever hand is doing both the step back dribble and the dig dribble, you want to step hard forward with the opposite foot for that stiff leg dribble, and you also want to step in a slight angle to the side of the hand that has the basketball. Besides that, on the between the legs, make sure you're pulling the ball back to the direction you just came from, and almost every time that move will work like magic for you. Next, we're going to add a little something to the end of that dig dribble into the stiff leg by going into a crossover. Now, you'll want to have this in place for those defenders that close the gap on the other side of you and you don't have room to drive. This allows you to beat them no matter what they do. Big thing you want to pay attention to is keep the ball tight to your body and try to keep it pretty low on the release of the crossover and put some snap into that dribble. Next combo is going to be similar to the last one, but we're going to get rid of that dig dribble and go directly from that step back right into the stiff leg. So that's going to require a little bit quicker feet and a little bit better ball control. So as soon as your hand makes contact with the basketball from that step back, you want to start pushing it forward and rotate your hand so it comes to the front of the basketball so you can immediately pull the ball back between your legs. Once again, pay attention that you're taking a big quick step with the opposite foot of the hand that's dribbling forward at a slight angle of the hand that's doing the dribble. Just like all the other stiff leg combos, good chance you'll get open jump shots for this, or if they try to close the gap on you, just drive right past them. Next combo, we're going to go from that step back right into a wrap behind the back. Now this one's especially useful for those really aggressive defenders that like to play tight to you. You're going to make them pay bad because the wrap behind the back allows you to protect the basketball so your body's between them and the basketball and they have no way of getting to it. But at the same time, since you're wrapping it so far forward so quickly, you'll be able to really cover some ground. And when they're close to you is one of the best opportunities to really get past them. If they're further away and you take a step towards them, that might just put you even with them. But when they're playing pressure and you go into that wrap behind the back, that'll get you well past them, and from there you can seal them off or get quickly to the rim for a layup. Next move is the perfect counter move for the last one, and all you're gonna do is do a fake behind the back and pop the ball between your legs from the back. So it's a reverse between the legs back to the same hand. Big thing for this is you want to angle your body kind of 45 degrees and push the basketball kind of sideways. You don't want to push it too far directly forward because that will put the basketball right into the defender while it's unprotected. But by putting it at a 45-degree angle forward and slightly to the side, that allows you to really push the ball forward to cover some ground again while putting it in a space where they can't get to it. One other tip I have for you is to focus on which direction your palm is facing on the release of the dribble. Whichever direction the palm's facing is where the basketball will probably end up. Next combo, we're going to go into a spin move. Now, one big thing you want to pay attention to on this is from that step back, you want to kind of narrow your stance and get your feet closer together. It'll feel a lot more comfortable to go into that spin move and it'll help sell the fake to the defender like you're about to shoot. So as they're coming really close to you, you can literally roll right off of them with this spin move. That is a deadly move that will get some oohs and ahs, and once you spin off of them, they really have no way of getting back in front of you because you can easily seal them from there. One other tip I have for you to speed that spin move up is focus on turning your head and your eyes to get your vision back forward. The quicker your head spins, your body will naturally follow. Next is a sick counter move for that. We're gonna go into a side step spin. So instead of pulling the ball more forward, you're gonna push it kind of to the side and then immediately go into a crossover. Defenders will not see that combo coming, and that's exactly what'll make it so deadly. This way you can get them shifting towards you with the step back, and then when you go into that side step spin move, you'll get them shifting sideways, and you can use all that momentum against them by going into that crossover. Big tip I got for you on this one and the last one is that from that step back, make sure your hand is more on front of the basketball. That'll allow you to pull it back into the spin move more quickly. And then for the crossover, make sure you're catching the basketball so your hand's kind of on the side, the outside of the basketball, so you can immediately push it into the crossover. Now you can make all these combos work even better by improving your ball handling and athleticism with the free workout I'll pin to the top comment. I'll also have the dig dribble combos and some other moves you can combo in with these moves popping up on the screen.